So just the other day, as I was pulling my car into the bank, my dashboard lights up like a damn Christmas tree. Warning lights, TPMS lights all over the place. Turns out I had a flat tire. So after 3 or 4 minutes of yelling obscenities at my car, I soon realized that wasn't going to fix the problem. I actually had to get out, go to the back, and do something about it. I'm going to show you what I found. So let's go and get the tire mobility kit out of the car. What's a tire mobility kit? Well, just like a lot of cars, this car does not have a spare tire. It's called a tire mobility kit, which is pretty much a glorified can of Fix-A-Flat. So let's look at what we've got in here. Let me just open up the bottom here, and in this foam container, we find the air compressor, the can of tire goo, or tire sealant they call. This kind of goes into the compressor like that. And on the other side, we have a hose here that goes into your tire. This tire pressure compressor pushes the sealant into your tire, fixes it, and you're on your way until you get it replaced. So for those of you who are wondering, no, it didn't work for me because my tire blew out and it didn't work. Another thing, these sealant, I'm getting off on a little bit on that tangent, but these little things, freaking expensive, $40 to $50 on Amazon. So maybe it's worth just getting a damn spare. But anyway, in this same section, I found this thing. It's a big hunk of steel or metal. It's kind of a cylindrical shape, maybe in half, 3/4 of an inch, and it's threaded on one side and has a hook on the other. What the hell is it for anyway? Is it for my jack? Well, I don't think so. There is no jack in the car. It's got a mobility kit. Is it for the wheels or the tires or anything? Hell, I don't know. I just figure, you plug that damn thing in, that compressor in, and it fixes your tire. So what is it? Let's go find out. So what is this thing, and what does it actually do? I don't know. It has nothing to do with the wheels. Maybe it's a weapon of some sort, or a self-defense thing where you're outside and waiting for your tire to fill. Somebody comes up behind you and bam. I don't know. But I figured that wasn't it. So what did I do? I went where no one has gone before. I went to the manual of the vehicle. I thumbed through to try to find out in the tire replacement section what this thing does. I found nothing. After thumbing through it a bit more, I actually found what this is used for. Believe it or not, this is a tow hook. That's right, a tow hook. Let me show you on the car exactly where this thing goes. Okay, so there are 2 points on your vehicle where this can go, on this car anyway. One in the front. You may not see it here, but we will get a little closer. So if we look right here, okay, there's kind of a cutout in the front bumper. And we just push that button, and there is an access point where this goes in. And it kind of goes in like that. All right, and what about the rear? Let's go look at the back. There's one in the back as well. It's a little harder to see. Again, it is in the bumper. It's this square. It's got an arrow on here, so if we push that, okay. See how this comes out? You pull it out. That's an access panel to the mounting point for this. You simply stick it in there, the tow hook, find out. Yeah, you can't really see in there. Here it is. Give it a couple of turns. And that's it. Then you can hook your tow vehicle up to this with a tether and kind of pull it wherever you need. Pretty interesting. I don't know what we can use it for, but Yeah, so you can pull your car backwards or forward. Now, again, this car cannot be used as the tow vehicle. It's not powerful enough. It can only be towed. So according to the manual, the directions on the use of this, it's pretty simple. It's about 1 page. First of all, you're not to use your vehicle as the tow vehicle. This you put on your car so something else like a tow truck or a bigger vehicle can actually pull your car. Now, a couple of the conditions are you have to be able to put your car in neutral, and it's got to be on a hard surface. Those are pretty much the only qualifications the manual refers to. So what can't we use this for, first of all? Well, if your car has no power, unfortunately, we can't use it. Let me explain. In this vehicle, we have a shift-by-wire system. That means I have a rotary shift selector for reverse neutral drive, and there's no mechanical linkage between the gear selector and the transmission. Well, there's no transmission in here. It's an EV, but in any other car, it would be your transmission. Or if you have a push-button gear selector, that's the same thing. It's called a shift-by-wire system. And if you have no power, there's no way to get, unless it's in neutral already, but if you're in park, there is no way to get that selector into neutral unless you have power. So if your battery all of a sudden went no good and your alternator is no good, or you have no electrical power, maybe your fuse box blew up or whatever, unfortunately you can't use this because you have to get that car into neutral. Second thing we can't use this for is if you're stuck in the mud or on any loose surface. Again, it is pretty thick, but to tow a heavy vehicle with a simple kind of piece of metal like this out of a hard mucky or a soft mucky surface, or sand or mud, it's not going to work. Also, if you call a tow truck to come get you, they won't need this. So if a tow truck would actually use wheel dollies to get your front or rear wheels, whatever drive wheels you have on the ground, off the ground, in order to move it onto the flatbed or to tow it. So if you have no power, the tow truck operators are, they're pretty skilled. They know how to move your car if it does not shift properly. Also, there are points on the front and the back of your vehicle which they can hook the cables to that are much stronger than this would ever be to pull your car up on the flatbed. And those are the points that they're going to be using, not a tow hook. So maybe you're wondering, well, what can this thing be used for anyway? Well, I could only think of maybe 2 or 3 instances where I would ever consider using this. The first being, maybe your car is stuck in a garage, your home garage, or another garage where getting a tow truck into that tight area just isn't feasible. Maybe you have an overhang, or maybe it's just too narrow, your driveway, and the tow truck can't get up there. You can easily use this to pull the vehicle out of your driveway and make it more accessible for hookup. Another instance may be you are stuck in the snow somewhere, and maybe half of your car is in a snowbank and your wheels just keep spinning and spinning and spinning. You call a buddy up, you hook this up to the front or back of your car, put a tether from here to their truck, and pretty simple, just pull you out of that snowbank and you're on your way. I could see this being useful as maybe you break down close to home, maybe a block or so away from your home, and you're on a busy street, and you only have a short distance to get the car home. So you can walk home, get your other vehicle, get your spouse or friend or whoever to help you out, put this on the car and kind of like tow it back home in front of your home instead of leaving it on the highway for somebody to vandalize, or God forbid the cops come by and give you a ticket for it just for breaking down. That's happened before too. Other than that, I don't see any other use for the tow hook. Is it a good idea? Sure, why not? Put it in the car. If you use it, I guess it's good. If you never use it, who cares? It's in there anyway, right? Well, thanks everybody for watching. And as always, I hope everybody has a fantastic day.